Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us and welcome to Been My Pleasure. My name is JC. My pixelated friend next to me is...
Demetrius.
Demetrius?
For lack of a better name.
Demetrius? Tell me, Demetrius, is Demetrius the full alias you wish to go by?
We'll go by Demetrius. It's fine.
Demetrius, is there any particular reason why you want to go by the name Demetrius?
There's actually a very good reason why I like to go by the name Demetrius, because you said that this was something that involved service, and one of my favorite stories that I remember from when I was a server before I went up and moved into the illustrious ranks of manager, which, by the way, is a pay cut for all of you out there. It's a pay cut. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not right. The benefits, yeah, non-existent. Anyway, one of my favorite stories involved a gentleman named Dimitri.
Dimitri.
And Dimitri, I still cannot understand exactly how Dimitri got hired for what he was doing, but Dimitri was a server, and he was a server that was obviously from a foreign land. I shouldn't say obviously. There could be somebody who names their child Dimitri that's in America, but usually they're few and far between. And Dimitri, in the course of his time at the concept that we were working with, Dimitri had a habit of listening to his customers, I will say, a little too much. And what I mean by that is that Dimitri, well, let's put it this way. My favorite story about Dimitri is one day, his table ordered a salad in our concept, which came with a dressing that probably was about 1,500 calories per 4 or 6 ounce dishing of it.
Let me interject for just a moment.
Yes.
The concept was formal dining, casual dining?
Casual dining.
A casual dining restaurant?
Casual dining.
Very well.
And they had ordered the regular version of the salad. Now, we had 2 versions of the salad, and one was low fat. The low-fat one came with a fat-free dressing along with egg whites and a fat-free cheese, and you can imagine the rest of it. And the original...
I can.
...had the incredibly high caloric intake and greasy dressing of a heated hot bacon mustard vinaigrette, along with the full fat cheese as well as egg bits that were in it. And his table had been bemoaning the fact that she needed to lose a few pounds and that she, felt like she was just being so bad in ordering what she was ordering.
This was the guest, yes?
The guest.
Very well.
Dimitri, having overheard this, took the order, and then upon the delivery of the order, placed the fat-free version in front of the guest, to which she said, "I didn't order this," and Dimitri said, and I quote, "You complain about weight, you want to lose a few pounds, I help you, you get fat-free version of salad, there you go, enjoy."
And I imagine that was the end of that.
Oddly enough, back in that day and age, it was. In this day and age, I would imagine that Dimitri would no longer be with us.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly anymore these days.
I'm telling you.
So, that's quite a... So, Dimitri... As an homage,
service and guests have changed greatly throughout the years, folks.
All right, service and guests have changed, and that's why we're here today, broadcasting, or that is to say, recording live from Sports Grill, Max's Sports Grill in Scottsdale, Arizona, I believe?
Scottsdale, Arizona it is.
So we are here, and we are here to tell you a little bit about what we are observing in the food and beverage industry these days. We're using this forum as a sounding board for members of our community to get together and discuss concerns, issues, questions, comments, things of that nature that we can help them solve or hopefully help them to get to a better point where they can have a greater customer experience, have a greater work experience, and hopefully along those ways enjoy a greater life experience as they hopefully get a little bit extra maybe in gratuity or tip. One of the topics we'll be discussing perhaps later is the difference between tip and gratuity. But thank you for joining us, Dimitri.
It's my pleasure, and I really had no idea that we were doing all of that. I really just thought that he was a man with a camera who was going to buy me a beer.
Hey, me and my white van, I pulled up beside him, and I said,
hey,
no windows in the van.
No windows in the van.
Shag carpeting.
Shag carpeting and
Camera
inflatable
still
mattress.
set up. Just saying.
You want a free beer? Hey, mister.
Hey, yeah, well.
Well, one of the things I want to do when people first come on is give them an opportunity to sound off. Thank you for your backstory on your alias, Dimitri. I love it.
Hopefully it hits the editing floor. It was way too long and there were too many cars that passed by.
Well, we'll work around that. That's okay.
Fair enough.
The very first thing I want to do with any of our guests that come on to the show, Dimitri, is ask if you have a segment. We'll call it "Get It Off Your Chest." Is there anything that happened tonight at work? By the way, this has been my pleasure. I am JC, my guest Dimitri. It's been my pleasure after dark, if you will. We'll come up with something. Last call probably will be the name for this one. When we're filming after the shift has been over, rather than in the middle of a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when somebody might not be working. So we are after a shift for you, and you had some work today. Did you have any issues come up or anything recently that you want to get off your chest before we go forward?
Oh,
When can I laugh?
Whenever you'd like, sir. Our guest on the side wonders when he can laugh. If he feels like laughing, he can laugh at any time.
Anytime.
you are the laugh track. Feel free.
You're the
to-
laugh track.
We'll pause.
Cue the
for
laugh
you
track.
after. See, you're our Ed McMahon. It's
He's
a beautiful
our-
thing.
yes, yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's
you
right.
got a sidekick already.
I know.
You're
You're
a
going to be
popular
here for
man.
every show.
You know what? There's nothing that immediately comes to mind. I'm sure that as we continue on in the question and answer session, we'll be able to expound
Oh, well, most certainly.
incredibly upon various items. But in all reality, every day there's always something, and there's just nothing that really pops into the head right now. So
There's
So much that I can't think of anything right now. Well,
it's not that far off. It's
not
not
that
that
far
far off. Every day. What Sheryl Crow say? Every day is a winding road.
Yep.
Yeah. Every day is a winding road.
And Elvis Costello, every day he wrote a book.
Every day Elvis wrote a book.
That's right. Well, my friends,
Not the Elvis.
we're going to dive into this. We're going to go over into a couple topics. I think what we're going to talk about next, we're going to wrap up this introductory segment and start another segment regarding food allergies in you, who is responsible for monitoring the allergic reaction of an individual, and the flavor profile of adjusting menu items, along with the time and the duration and the amount of work that goes into adjusting a menu item.
Well, God, those are a few of my favorite subjects. I can't wait.